Welcome to Middle School Academic Derby. My name is Ken Reddick, and I'll be your moderator for today's match. Our scorekeeper today is Miss Erica Smith. Let's begin by introducing our teams. First, the team from Newbridge Middle School, coached by Miss Angie Bender. Let's begin with Katie.
Katie Komorowski, 6th grade.
Joshua Larimore, 8th grade.
Luca Kasai, 8th grade.
Connor Walston, 7th grade.
And now let's introduce the team from Southwest Middle School, coached by Miss Jody Armenta. Let's begin with Jalen.
Jalen Lucas, 7th grade.
Brittany Henson, 6th grade.
Mackenzie Boa, 7th grade.
Jaheim White, 8th grade.
Thank you, teams, and good luck. In the first round, I'll ask 7 questions to each team. If the first team does not answer, the second team will have a chance at the same question. After the first team has heard all of their questions and had a chance to answer, the second team will have the same opportunity. We're going to be starting today with the team from Southwest Middle School. This is your first question, Southwest. This is a geography question. A 2000 agreement signed by 191 nations bans children under 18 from combat and forced military service. In which city, linked with rules governing prisoners of war, was this agreement signed? Mackenzie.
Berlin.
That is incorrect. Can you take that, Newbridge? Joshua?
Geneva.
Geneva is correct. All right, Southwest, your second question is a science question. Which compound is formed when dry ice sublimes or changes states? All right, can you take that question, Newbridge? Joshua?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is the correct answer. All right, Southwest, your third question is an English question. Which two-word phrase beginning with C or P is used to designate the deliberate, peaceful, and public refusal to obey certain laws or governmental demands out of the belief that they are morally wrong? All right, Newbridge, can you take it? The correct answer is either civil disobedience or passive resistance. All right, your fourth question, Southwest, this is an art question. Which word derived from the French verb for to paste or to glue is used in art to designate a pictorial technique in which a variety of pieces of paper, cloth, or other appropriate objects are pasted on a canvas or on a flat surface? Mackenzie?
Paper mache.
That is incorrect. Can you take that, Newbridge? Joshua?
Pastel. Pastel.
That is incorrect. It's collage. Collage. All right, Southwest, your fifth question. This is medical science. Surgeons say a new plastic material that, when warmed, returns to its original knot shape has potential for use as a thread for surgical stitches that would tighten the wound and then dissolve. What name, beginning with S, do doctors give to a surgical stitch? All right, Newbridge, can you take that? It is a suture. A suture. All right, the sixth question, Southwest. This is spelling. The Southern Electric Company was hit with a court order to give information in the investigation of alleged price fixing during California's electricity crisis in 2000 and 2001. Spell the word designating such a legal call for testimony. All right, Newbridge, can you take that? The word is subpoena, and it's S-U-B-P-O-E-N-A. Your seventh question, Southwest. This is a sports question. Name the British athlete who became the first man to run the mile in less than 4 minutes, doing so on May 6, 1954. His surname is a variant spelling of the word designating a handrail along a staircase. All right, Newbridge, can you take that? His name is Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister. All righty, that is our 7 questions for Southwest. Now, Newbridge, here are your 7 questions. Your first question is space science. One official said, "We're back in business, and it hasn't been easy," when a U.S. space shuttle went into orbit on September the 29th, 1988. Identify this shuttle, the first to fly in 32 months following the 1986 Challenger accident. Joshua.
Endurance.
That is incorrect. Southwest, can you take that? Mackenzie?
The Discovery?
Discovery is correct. Your second question, Newbridge, is a trivia question. In one of the worst snowstorms in 70 years, major airports were shut down from Washington, D.C. to Boston in 1996. Name New York City's 2 major airports that closed. All right, Southwest, can you take that? All right, the answer is Kennedy and LaGuardia. All right, next question, Newbridge, is a math question. Give the number of the quadrant in the Cartesian coordinate system in which the ordered pair -2, -3 lies.
The third
Joshua.
quadrant. The
Excuse
third
me?
quadrant.
That is correct. It is the third quadrant. All right. Your next question, Newbridge, is a question about leaders. In 2005, President Bush met with newly elected President Mahmoud Abbas at the White House. What people does he head? All right, Southwest, can you take that? Mackenzie?
India?
Excuse me?
India?
No, it's actually the Palestinians. The Palestinians. All right, your next question, Newbridge, is a science question. Scientists have discovered that the reading on the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales are equal at 1 and only 1 point. What is that temperature? Katie?
0 degrees.
That is incorrect. Southwest? Jaheen?
64 degrees.
That's also incorrect. The correct answer is negative or minus 40 degrees. Minus 40 degrees. All right, Newbridge, your sixth question is a literature question. Gulliver meets a 60-foot tall king in Brobdingnag. In which land does he find himself tied to the ground by hundreds of strings and surrounded by 6-inch tall people? Southwest. The answer is Lilliput. Remember the Lilliputians. All right. The seventh and final question, Newbridge, is common sayings. Which hyphenated French phrase meaning advance guard was coined in the 19th century to designate art and literature that is ahead of its time? Southwest. Brittany.
What is on guard?
Say that again.
On guard?
That is incorrect. It's actually avant-garde. Avant-garde. All righty. That's the end of our first round. We'll be right back with the score after these messages.
Thank you. got a king?
Go fish!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to the Middle School Academic Derby. The score at the end of round 1 is Southwest Middle School 2 and Newbridge Middle School 6. Let's introduce our new players for round 2. Let's begin with the team from Newbridge Middle School, and again, Newbridge Middle School is coached by Miss Angie Bender. Let's start with Ian.
My name is Ian Hudson, and I am in the 6th grade.
Zoe Maxwell, 6th grade.
Megan Ochoa, 7th grade.
And now let's introduce our new players from the team. Southwest Middle School is coached by Miss Allison Buckley. Let's begin with Sullivan.
Sullivan Brown, 7th grade.
Madison McComb, 6th grade.
Jordan Block, 8th grade.
All righty. Thank you, teams. Everyone ready? This is the bonus round where either team may buzz in and answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, there will be 4 bonus questions asked in which the answer must be given to the captain of the team. All right. Mackenzie, are you the captain of your team? And Joshua, are you the captain of your team? Yes. Very good. Let's begin. The first toss-up question is a trivia question. Name the mythological character to whom the god Dionysus gave the power to turn everything he touched into gold. Mackenzie.
King Minos.
That is incorrect. Megan.
King Midas.
King Midas. King Midas is the correct answer. And here are your bonus questions, Newbridge. Question number 1 is, each of these questions is concerning gold. Question number 1. The bridge in San Francisco is so named. Number 2, the king and lawmaker whose reign is known as the Golden Age of Babylonia. Question 3, symbol of political and military might, sometimes called the King of Birds. And 4th, the German goldsmith credited with the invention and development of printing from movable type. All right, Joshua.
For number 1, we have the Golden Gate.
Any others? Okay. All right. The Golden Gate is correct. And the second question was Hammurabi. The third question, no, there's no bounce back because Hammurabi. And the third question is Golden Eagle. And the fourth question is Johannes Gutenberg, is the inventor of a movable type. All right, here is your toss-up question, and this is a math question. And remember, I'll repeat the math question twice. I will repeat it. Jordy travels 432 miles in 9 hours. How many miles per hour is his speed? Again, Jordy travels 432 miles in 9 hours. How many miles per hour is his speed? Joshua.
88 miles per hour.
That is incorrect. Madison?
48 miles per hour.
48 miles per hour is the correct answer. And here are your 4 bonus questions. What is the denominator when each of the following is expressed in reduced terms? And since this is math, I'll repeat the question again. What is the denominator when each of the following is expressed in reduced terms? Number 1, the product of 9/8 and 4/15. Number 2, the difference of 1/3 and 1/4. Number 3, the sum of 3/4 and 1/6. And the fourth question is 4/5 divided by 2? All right, Mackenzie, could you share with us your answers?
For number 1, we got 32 as the denominator.
Say that again.
For number 1, we had 32 as the denominator.
Okay.
For number 2, we had 3. For number 3, we had 2. And for number 4, we had 10.
All right, none of those answers are correct. The first answer, and remember we were looking for denominators, so number 1 was 10, number 2 is 12, number 3 is 12, and number 4 is 5. All right, here's your next toss-up question, teams. This is a science question. What term is used in science to identify the number expressing the ratio of the speed of an object to the speed of sound in the same medium? All righty, there's no answer there. So the answer is Mach. Mach. All right, the next question is English history. Identify the King of England who separated the Church of England from the Roman Catholic Church, an action which established the Reformation in his... Megan?
King Henry VIII.
King Henry VIII is correct. And here are your 4 bonus questions. Identify each of the following concerning Henry VIII. Number 1, the number of his wives named Catherine. Number 2, the number of his wives named Anne. Number 3, the number of his wives named Jane. And number 4, the number of his wives named Mary. All right, Joshua.
Can you repeat the questions 3 so I may answer as we go?
No.
Okay. For number 1, we have 2. And for number 4, we have 0.
Okay. All right. We have one correct answer. The number 4 is correct. All right, Southwest, do you have answers for questions 1, 2, and 3?
Number 1, 3.
Number 1 is 3.
2, 2. And we don't have number 4.
All right. You did get number 1, question number 1 and number 2 correct. All right. Your next question is a trivia question. Name the temperature scale developed by a German physicist who made the thermometer more accurate by using mercury instead of alcohol. Mackenzie.
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit is the correct answer. Here are your bonus questions. Identify each of the following by giving an answer beginning with the letter F. Number 1, brief episode of a loss of consciousness. Number 2, a deep inlet found especially along the coast of Norway. Number 3, supernatural beings that appear in folklore, such as brownies and pixies. And 4, Disney film or an instrumental piece in which the composer can improvise. All right, Mackenzie?
For number 3, we have fjord. For
Number which?
Number 2, we have fjord. For number 3, we have fairies. And for number 4, we have Fantasia.
Okay, 2, 3, and 4 are correct. New Bridge, do you have an answer for number 1?
Faint.
Correct. Fainting or faint. That is correct. All right, your next toss-up question is a geology question. In which state is Crater Lake National Park? This deep blue lake located in the caldera of Mount Mazama is located in the state whose highest peak, Mount Hood, is near Portland and Salem. Mackenzie.
Oregon.
Oregon is the correct answer. Here are your 4 bonus questions, Southwest. Which geological term designates each of the following? Number 1, a narrow neck of land. Number 2, metamorphic limestone used in building and sculpture. Number 3, extrusive volcanic rock commonly occurring in lava flows. And number 4, wearing away of the Earth's surface. All right, Mackenzie.
For number 1, we have straight. For number 3, we have obsidian. And for number 4, we have erosion.
All right. Southwest, number 4 is correct. All right. Newbridge, do you have answers for 1, 2, or 3?
For number 2, I have granite, and for number 3, I have basalt.
All right. Number 3 is correct. Basalt is correct. The answers to number 1 is an isthmus, and number 2 is marble. All right. All right, that is the end of round 2. Please stay tuned for the lightning round coming up next. We'll be right back with our story.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. The score at the end of the second round is Southwest Middle School 20 and Newbridge Middle School 18. A very good match so far. Let's meet our new team members for round 3. Let's begin with the Newbridge team and Jude.
Jude Morton, 8th grade.
Sophia Levine, 6th grade.
Alan Lucatero, 7th grade.
And now we have one new member from the team from Southwest.
I'm David Mehta, 8th grade.
All righty. This is our lightning round, where I will be asking a series of 20 questions in 2 minutes. You must wait until I call your name before you answer. Be sure that you wait until I call your name. Let's begin. All right, number 1. All of these answers begin with the letter W. The letter W. Number 1. Walk through relatively shallow water. Mackenzie.
Wade.
Correct. Number 2. Pancake batter baked in an iron. Jude.
Waffle.
Correct. To be driven or carried along by air. Next question. A cry of sorrow or grief. Joshua.
Whale.
Correct. A formal written statement of relinquishment. Alan.
A will.
Incorrect. Accomplishing something by scheming or trickery. Incorrect. Spend wastefully. Mackenzie.
Waste.
Incorrect. Sing or play with trills. Incorrect. A collection of clothing belonging to one person. Damon.
Wardrobe.
Correct. Show to be reasonable or provide adequate grounds for. Incorrect. Written assurance that product or service will be provided. Sophie?
Warranty.
Correct. Openly distrustful and unwilling to confide. Incorrect. Geographical area drained by a river and its tributaries. Incorrect. Resistance to guidance or discipline. Damon? Okay. Gradually deprive of mother's milk. Sophie?
Wean.
Correct. Physically and mentally fatigued. Incorrect. Government provision of assistance to persons in need. Sophia?
Welfare.
Correct. Platform from the shore that provides access to ships. Mackenzie?
Wharf.
That's correct. Perceive by inhaling through the nose. Mackenzie?
Wheeze.
Incorrect. And cut small bits or carve wood. Mackenzie?
Whittle.
Correct. All right, the ones that you missed, guys, to be driven or carried along by air is waft, W-A-F-T, waft. A formal written statement or relinquishment is a waiver. Accompanying something by scheming or trickery is wangle. Spin wastefully is wanton. Sing or play with trills is warble. And a collection, we got that one. Show to be reasonable or provide adequate grounds for is warrant. And openly distrustful and unwilling to confide, wary. Geographical area drained by a river and its tributaries is a watershed. Resistant to guidance or discipline is wayward. And physically and mentally fatigued is weary. And perceive by inhaling through the nose is whiff. Whiff. All righty. That ends the final round. We'll be right back after these announcements with the final score.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. Let's reveal our final score for today's match between Southwest and Newbridge. Southwest Middle School, 30 points, and Newbridge, 34 points. Congratulations on an outstanding match. Thank you for watching, and we'll be right back with our second match between Dixon Middle School and Northwoods Park Middle School. Please stay tuned.
Why I teach. I teach because of the students that come into my classroom, not having an enjoyment for science, but leave knowing that science is not in four walls, but can be explored outside. They can participate in opportunities, whether it's building an oyster reef, collecting water quality samples, purifying their own water, and realize that they can make a difference in the world around them.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. Today's second match will include the teams from Dixon Middle School and Northwoods Park Middle School. Let's begin today by introducing our teams. First, the team from Dixon Middle School, coached by Miss Patty Brown. Let's begin with Scott.
My name is Scott Miller in 8th grade. Chaz Hardy, 8th grade.
Alex Fisher, 6th grade.
Joey Vela, 7th grade.
And now let's introduce the team from Northwoods Park Middle School, and they are coached by Miss Lisa Sokolowski. Let's begin with Molly.
Molly Bale, 8th grade.
Deja Lawson, 7th grade.
Bailey Jefferson, 8th grade.
Jacob Coleman, 6th grade.
All right, thank you, teams, and good luck to both of you. Be sure to use a nice, clear, loud voice so that I can hear you. In the first round, I'll be asking 7 questions to each team. If the first team does not answer, the second team will have a chance at the same question. After the first team has heard all of their questions and had a chance to answer, the second team will have the same opportunity. Let's begin, and of course we'll begin today with a team from Northwoods Park Middle School. Your first question, Northwoods, is a math question. I'll repeat the question. In lowest terms, what is the mixed number for 24 over 9? In lowest terms, what is the mixed number for 24 over 9? All right, Molly?
2 2/3.
2 2/3 is the correct answer. Your second question, Northwoods. Give the Greek root, this is a literature question, by the way. Give the Greek root for life that is used in naming a kind of literature that tells a life story, such as James Boswell's Life of Samuel Johnston. All right, can you take that question, Dixon? Alex.
Bio.
Is a bio or biography. Either one is acceptable. All right, your third question, Northwoods. This is vocabulary. What word beginning with C-U-L from the Latin for kitchen designates the kind of arts practiced in a high school classroom? Bailey?
Culinary.
Culinary is correct. All right, your fourth question, Northwoods. This is history. In which year of the 1870s did Mrs. O'Leary's cow allegedly cause the October 8th fire that destroyed a large part of Chicago about 6 years after the Civil War? Okay. All right. Dixon? Chaz?
1873.
That is incorrect. 1871, if you'd taken 1865 into the war and added 6, you would have gotten 1871. Your fifth question, Northwoods, U.S. geography. Identify the U.S. state whose name begins with 2 vowels. This state is bordered on the east by the Mississippi River and on the west by the state of Missouri. All right. Dixon, can you take that? Joey?
Iowa.
Iowa is correct. Iowa is correct. Your sixth question, Northwoods. This is a math question. I'll repeat the question twice. What is the value of 7 pi when rounded to the nearest whole number? Again, what is the value of 7 pi when rounded to the nearest whole number? Molly?
21.
That's incorrect. Dixon, can you take that? Chaz?
22.
22 is the correct answer. 22. Your seventh question is, Northwoods, is a sports question. Name the 2 late baseball greats with the initials MM and RC who are among 4 honored on U.S. postal stamps in 2006, a New York Yankee and a Brooklyn Dodger, respectively. Their first names are Mickey and Roy. All right, Dixon, can you take that? Oh my goodness, Mickey Mantle and Roy Campanello. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Dixon, here are your 7 questions. Your first question is vocabulary. Which word using the Greek prefix for over, as in the word for an oversized or an overactive child, designates what is more commonly known as high blood pressure? Chaz?
Hyper.
That is incorrect. Northwoods, can you take it? Hypertension. Hypertension. You were close. Second question, Dixon. Literature. Complete the title of the following work by Judy Blume. Are You There, God? It's Me, blank. All right, Northwoods, can you take that? We don't have any Judy Blume fans, do we? The answer is Margaret. It's me, Margaret. All right, Dixon, the next category, the next question is about art. In keeping with the theme of celebrating pets, White House Christmas decorations for 2002 included sculpture likenesses of White House animals made with which kind of material consisting of paper mixed with glue, then molded and allowed to harden? Chaz?
Paper mache.
Paper mache is correct. Your next question, Dixon, is a science question. The 2003 earthquake in Colima, Mexico had a magnitude of 7.8. What is expressed by magnitude when linked to stars? Scott?
Heat.
Excuse me?
Heat.
That is incorrect. Northwoods Park. Brightness. Brightness is the correct answer. Your fifth question, Dixon, is mythology. Name the animal into which the goddess Athena changed the mortal woman Arachne at... Scott?
Spider.
Spider is correct. All right, the sixth question, Dixon. This is a computer science question. Name the device that connects a personal computer to a telephone line. Scott?
Ethernet.
That is incorrect. Northwoods? The correct answer is modem. You were close, modem. And your seventh question, Dixon, this is about the U.S. Constitution. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified on February the 10th, 1967, provides for presidential succession and disability? All right, the Northwoods Park. Molly.
16th.
Good guess. The correct answer is the 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment. All righty. That's the end of the first round. We'll be right back with the score after these messages.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. The score after round one is Dixon Middle School 10 and Northwoods Park Middle School 4. This is the bonus round where either team may buzz in and answer the question. If the question is answered correctly, there will be 4 bonus questions asked in which the answer must be given to the captain of the team. We do have some new team members, so let's introduce them now. Let's first start with the team from Dixon Middle School and Havian.
Havian Hayes, 7th grade.
And now we have some new members from our team from Northwoods Park Middle School, starting with Ethan.
Ethan Pinky, 6th grade.
Zachary Eamon, 8th grade.
Alexis McKay, 8th grade.
Chaz, are you the captain of your team? And Zachary, are you the captain of your team? All right, be sure to give your answer to the captain. All right, let's begin. This is your toss-up question, And it's a math question. And remember, I will repeat this question. What is 3% of 800x? What is 3% of 800x? Alexis.
24x.
24x is the correct answer. And now, Northwoods, here are your 4 bonus questions. Answer each of the following questions about the polynomial y2 minus 3y plus 7. And I'll read that again since this is a math question. Answer each of the following questions about the polynomial y2, or y to the second power. Make sure that you indicate that, y to the second power, minus 3y plus 7. All right, here's your first question. Is the polynomial a monomial, binomial, or trinomial? Number 2, what is the degree of the polynomial? Number 3, what is the numerical coefficient of the middle term? And number 4, what is its value when y equals 0? All right.
Number 1, we have binomial. For 2, we have 2. For 3, we have 3, and for 4, we have 7.
All right. You got number 2 and number 7 correct. All right, Dixon, what about number 1 and 3? Chaz?
For number 1, we got trinomial, and for number 3, we got 3.
All right, that is incorrect. You got number 1 correct. It is a trinomial. And number 3 is negative 3. Number 3 is negative 3, so both teams did not get that one. All right, your next toss-up question. All right, here we go. This is a science question. Identify the highly specialized type of lizard that can change colors to hide from... Scott?
Chameleon.
Chameleon is correct. Here are your 4 bonus questions, Dixon. Number 1, what name is given to animals such as koalas and kangaroos that carry their young in a pouch? Number 2, among carnivorous sharks, which is the largest? Number 3, if one owned a variety of animal called a Rhode Island Red, what type of animal would he own? And number 4, identify the 3-letter term that designates a group of whales. All right, Chaz?
For number 1, we put marsupial. For number 2, we put great white. For number 3, we put horse. And for number 4, we put pod.
Okay, Dixon, you got number 1, 2, and 4 correct. All right, Northwoods Park, tell me about number 3.
We had bird.
Bird. It's actually chicken. I don't think it's...
Then you can accept it.
Okay, we will accept that. It's actually a chicken, so we'll accept bird. All right, here is your next toss-up question. Here we go. It's a literature question. Which of George Orwell's novels includes the characters Snowball, Boxer, and Old Major? Okay. No one got that. That is actually Animal Farm. Animal Farm. Your next toss-up question is mathematics. I'll repeat it. What phrase in mathematics refers to the largest integer that will divide evenly into 2 other numbers? What? Scott?
Greatest common factor.
Greatest common factor is correct answer, Scott. Here are your 4 bonus questions. Perform each of these calculations. Number 1, Find the greatest common factor of 16, 24, and 48. Number 2, find the least common multiple of 6, 15, and 20. Number 3, if you were adding the fractions 2/3, 5/7, and 2/9, what least common denominator would you use? And number 4, express the fraction 5/6 as the sum of two fractions in simplest form whose numerators are both 1. All right, Chaz?
For number 1, we put 8, and for number 2, we put 4. And for 3 and 4, we didn't have an answer.
All righty. Chaz, number 1 is correct. Northwoods Park, do you have answers for 2, 3, and 4? You do not have answers. No, number 2 is 60. Number 3 is 63. And number 4 is 1/2 plus 1/3. All right. Your next toss-up question is a geography question. Jump in when you know which state I am describing. I am home to the oldest city in the United States, established by Europeans. My nickname is the Sunshine State. And Scott?
Florida.
Florida is correct. Here are your 4 bonus questions, Dixon. Identify each state from the given clue. Number 1, state that is home to the granite monolith Mount Rushmore. Number 2, state that is home to Harvard University. 3, state that is home to the highest peak in North America. And number 4, state whose nickname is the Buckeye State. All right, Chaz?
For number 1, we put North Dakota. For number 2, we put Massachusetts. And for number 3, we put Alaska. And for number 4, we put Ohio.
All right. Chaz, number 2, 3, and 4 are correct. All right. Northwoods Park, do you have an answer for number 1?
South Dakota.
South Dakota is the correct answer. Very good. All righty. That's the end of round 2. We'll be right back with a score after these messages.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. The score after 2 rounds of competition is Dixon Middle School 32 and Northwoods Park Middle School 14. Let's meet our new team members. First, the team from Dixon Middle School and James.
James Panagakis, 6th grade.
And we have one new team member from Northwoods Park Middle School. Aaron?
Aaron Flick, 8th grade. Ashley McKay, 8th grade.
Now, in our 3rd round, we'll be asking a series of 20 questions in 2 minutes. You must wait until I call your name before you answer. All right, let's begin. In the lightning round, all answers begin with the letter J. All answers begin with the letter J. All right, here we go. Number 1, useless, of little value to some, piles of... Scott?
Junk.
Correct. Land overgrown with tropical vegetation. Aaron?
Jungle.
Correct. Type of music born in the early 19... Aaron?
Jazz.
Correct. Number 4, to write every day as in a
Journal. Jot.
Ashley?
Jot.
Say?
Jot.
That's incorrect. Bend in the elbow or knee. Chaz?
Joint.
Correct. Place a person goes that has been incarcerated. Chaz?
Jail.
Correct. Something you keep jam or jelly in. Chaz?
Jar.
Correct. Black in color or a fast plane. Joey?
Jet.
Correct. Second period of the Mesozoic era. Chaz?
Jurassic.
Correct. A comedian tells. Scott?
Jokes.
Correct. Levi Strauss is well known for his. Chaz?
Jeans.
Correct. A baby kangaroo. Chaz?
Joey.
Correct. Man o' War, Moon, Box, and Cannonball are all. Ashley?
Jellyfish. Jellyfish.
Correct. Characterized by abrupt stops and starts. Unemployed. Chaz?
Jobless.
Correct. Nervous, unable to relax. Chaz?
Jittery.
Correct. Feeling or showing envy of someone or something. Joey?
Jealous.
Correct. Placed side by side, often for comparison. Joey?
Juxtaposed.
Correct. Cheerful, friendly, Saint Nick. Aaron?
Joyful.
Incorrect. Causing or accompanied by misfortune. All right, that is incorrect. Okay, let's go over the questions that we did miss, and there weren't many that you missed. To write every day as in a diary, that's a journal. And number 14, characterized by abrupt stops and starts, jerky. And cheerful, friendly Saint Nick is jolly. And causing or accompanied by misfortune, jinxed. All right, very good job. All right, that's the end of round three. We'll tally up our final score and be back after these messages.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to Middle School Academic Derby. Our final score for today's very good match between Dixon Middle School and Northwoods Park Middle School is Dixon Middle School 62 and Northwoods Park 20. Thank you for watching. Join us next week when New Bridge Middle School versus Northwoods Park Middle and Dixon versus Southwest Middle. From all of us at Onslow County Schools, thank you for watching and have a good evening.